I'd also like to ask a question about, since this is 420, as Senator Chuck Schumer said from the Senate floor, he called it the unofficial American marijuana holiday. And he said that he now supports legalizing marijuana on a national level. Is this something that President Biden would support?
Well, the president supports leaving decisions regarding legalization for recreational use up to the states, rescheduling cannabis as a Schedule II drug so researchers can study its positive and negative impacts. And at the federal level, he supports decriminalizing marijuana use and automatically expunging any prior criminal records. He also supports legalizing medicinal marijuana. So that's his point of view on the issue.
So if the House and Senate pass a bill legalizing marijuana at a federal level, would the president sign it?
Well, I just have outlined what his position is, which isn't the same as what the House and Senate have proposed, but they have not yet passed a bill. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, one final question, if I could. Some people in prison on marijuana charges are asking President Biden to keep his campaign promise and release them. Where is President Biden on keeping that campaign promise?
Well, I think when I'm talking about rescheduling cannabis as a Schedule II drug, so that is also going to have an impact on the criminal justice system as well. Go ahead.
Hi, thanks, John. Following up a little bit on a question earlier, President Biden still opposes the legalization of marijuana. You outlined what he does support, but why does he still oppose taking this step? At this point, public polling indicates about 2/3 of Americans support legalizing marijuana. The Senate leader in his own party obviously is pushing for it. Huge numbers of elected Democrats, many more states are pushing forward with marijuana legalization. Why is he reluctant to sort of take that final step and support legalization?
Well, as you know from covering this, rescheduling cannabis as a Schedule II drug would allow for researchers to study its positive and negative effects. He wants to look at that. He, of course, supports decriminalizing marijuana use. He supports leaving decisions up to the states, and he supports legalizing medicinal marijuana. But he'll look at the research once that's concluded.
But right now, he's still reluctant to. Why is he still reluctant to support legalization despite the movement that's happening towards it?
Well, of course, we understand the movement that's happening toward it. I'm speaking for what his position is and what's long consistently been his position. He wants to decriminalize, but again, he'll look at the research of the positive and negative. Go ahead, Scott.
Thank you. So another question about today's unofficial holiday, which I think some of our colleagues are potentially celebrating. So as you might remember, one of President Trump's final actions in office was to grant clemency to a dozen people in federal prison who are being held on marijuana charges. But there still remain a lot more in federal prison on marijuana charges, including Luke Scarmazzo, who was sentenced to 22 years in prison for operating a legal medical marijuana business in California. Given, as you've noted in the briefing, the president's support for decriminalization, support for expunging exactly these types of offenses, are there any plans to revisit some of those bids for clemency, maybe in honor of the holiday?
Well, I would just take it as an opportunity to reiterate that the president supports legalizing medicinal marijuana. It sounds like it's applicable in this, or would have been applicable in this case. And of course, decriminalizing marijuana use and automatically expunging any prior criminal records. In terms of individual cases, I can't get ahead of those. Obviously, I'd have to, I don't expect we would, just to expectation set. I'm happy to see if there's anything more from our counsel's office we could share.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.